To Mr. Don Vestal.
All right, so this is going to come as a surprise for Tricia, but her mom and I wanted to do something special, so hopefully you'll understand. I want to recognize some individuals who played a vital role in Tricia's life, and honestly, it would be a great mistake if I didn't take the time to honor these men for the impact they've had in her life. So we'll start off with her father, Second Lieutenant Kelly Hall, who passed away in a tragic aviation accident when she was 4 years old. I know she doesn't remember all the love that he showed her, but I can promise you that it is deeply ingrained in her heart. It'll be there in times of joy. It'll be there to comfort her in times of pain. I personally didn't know Kelly, but I learned all that I needed to know about him from a quote. Shelly and the kids were at Hunter Army Airfield. Shelly was pregnant with her 5th child, and someone came up to Kelly and asked him, "How are you going to put 5 kids through college?" And his response was simple, but profound. He said, "It's not my job to get my kids into Harvard. It's my job to get my kids into heaven." And that speaks volumes to the type of father that Kelly was. Shortly after his death, Shelly and the kids moved from Germany to Muskegon, Michigan, with a huge void to fill. Sorry, I just This void was partially filled by Tricia's grandfather, Chuck Hacker. A great example of the type of love that he was showing was there was a daddy-daughter day when Tricia was in pre-K. And Chuck showed up to make sure that there was support for his granddaughter. And they even covered the dad's faces with shaving cream. And then they took a popsicle stick and shaved them. And it might not seem like a big deal, but what it shows is that Chuck was willing to do whatever it took to make sure that his grandkids were surrounded with love. And it just says a lot about who he is. In 2003, Shelly and the kids, they moved to Columbus, Georgia. And they were attending a TAPS conference, which I don't know if you guys know, it's Tragedy Assistance Program for Survivors, and it was in D.C. And they met this amazing couple from California. You know, it's really impressive when you kind of think how God can place people in your life at the exact right time. And he placed 2 of his best with Dan and Maureen Hall. They formed a bond with Shelly and the kids, and Dan and Tricia especially formed a bond. And Dan became like a father figure to her and remains that today. They're just truly an example of unconditional love. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. So we'll fast forward to 2007. Let me catch up on my cards. When I met Shelly and the kids, I was widowed. I was a single parent, and God brought Shelly and the kids into my life, and we decided to start a family. My first impression of Tricia, she's going to think it's different, but she was a happy young teenager with a strong personality, an amazing sense of humor, and this huge heart that was capable of immense love towards her family and friends. As I got to know her a little further, I saw her strength, her drive, her passion, her ability to pick herself up and dust herself off when things don't go her way or she has a setback. She's just an incredible young woman who I absolutely love from the bottom of my heart. The men that I mentioned earlier, played a huge role in creating this loving environment that allowed Tricia to grow and develop into the woman that she is today. And to those men, I'm eternally grateful to the love that they've shown Tricia. So what I want to do for the father-daughter dance is I would like to have Chuck come up and you'll start the dance with her, followed by Dan, if you would come up, and then myself. I ask that everybody remains quiet during the song. I know that her father, Kelly's not here with us today, but I promise you, if you listen to the words of the song, you're going to know that he's here in spirit. Tricia, we absolutely love you. So Chuck, if you would.
Tricia, what are you doing? You're beautiful. Tricia, hi, pretty girl. Love your eyes. If I could catch a star for you, I swear I'd steal you all tonight. Hi, baby. To make your every wish come true, your every dream for all your life. But that's not how the story goes. The world is full of perfect plans. If there's a promise that I broke, I'll know one day you'll understand. When times are hard, I know you'll be strong. I'll be there in your heart, and you'll carry on. Like moonlight on the water, and sunlight in the sky. Fathers and daughters never say goodbye. You gonna dance? Go ahead, dance, break it down. There you go. The angel I would read to sleep gave me one dream of my own. So learn to love and spread your wings and find the world to call your home. When times are hard, I know you'll be strong. I'll be there in your heart, and you'll carry on. Like moonlight on the water, and sunlight in the sky. Fathers and daughters never say goodbye. Tricia, happy baby. Tricia, you're such a happy baby. How big is Tricia? Tricia, how big is Tricia? When times are hard, I know you'll be strong. I'll be there in your heart, and you'll carry on. Like moonlight on the water, the sunlight in the sky. Fathers and daughters never say goodbye. Fathers and daughters never say goodbye. Tricia, I got a question for you.
Ladies and
How
gentlemen,
much? Tricia.
give them a hand. What a blessing. Miss Hall, you can come up and give your baby girl a hug. It's